Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Instead of samples today, I have my empties. I'm actually going to be out of town for a week, so I didn't want to take samples with me because I'm going to an academic conference and I didn't want to have to deal with problems that samples sometimes cause, or sometimes you have to redo things. So I'm going to go through my bag of empties and kind of tell you what I've been using up. I've been really trying to focus on panning all of the stuff that I have and not buying anymore. So some of these you might think are quite old, and they are, but I found a couple bags of Bath & Body Works stuff in my closet that I forgot about. So yeah, but I'm using them up. I'm not throwing them out because they smell fine. They have the same texture. Nothing has changed about them. So if they had changed, I wouldn't be using them, obviously. First are from C.O. Bigelow. I have a Clementine Superb Body Lotion, which is natural fragrance. And then also from them, an Almond Superb Body Cleanser. And these are pretty nice. I like the almond scent. It smells really good. I really like the scent of almonds though. And then the Clementine body lotion, I wish it was a little bit more moisturizing than it is, but I feel like it's still pretty good. This is really old because they haven't sold the American Girl Beauty for a long time, and I found this in there. I had been getting these for like cousins and stuff, and this one leaked everywhere because there's like a microscopic hole on the bottom of this, and there was shampoo everywhere at the bottom of the sack that it was in, but it was very like it wasn't a ton. So I actually used up most of this bottle, but I had to store it like this because it would leak just a little bit from the bottom. But it is the creamy vanilla, which was a nice scent. So I did enjoy this. I am glad it's over though, and I don't have to worry about the mess anymore. Also from Bath & Body Works, this is the Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin Hand Soap. I am not a big fan of pumpkin scents. This was not something that I picked out, so I'm glad that it's gone, but I have like 4 more, I think, because I was given a whole bunch of pumpkin scented stuff. So working my way through those, trying to alternate them. This is one of my favorite scrubs of all time. This is the St. Ives Fresh Skin scrub, and I actually like the acne one better than this one, but this one's pretty good. I don't like the gentle one because I don't use this on my face. Like in a pinch I will, but I use it as a body scrub. I think it is a fantastic body scrub, so that's how I use it. So I go through it quite quickly that way because there's a lot more of my body than there is of my face. Very sad day. This wallflower is dead. It no longer burns, it doesn't heat up anymore, so it doesn't put the scent out, which is sad because this is the strawberry one, and this is one of my favorite wallflowers because I love strawberries. Strawberry shortcake was one of my favorite things growing up, so it was very sad for me to find that it no longer works. I'm trying to do body care first and fast. Then I went through 2 of these. These are the the Whipped Argan Oil Body Butters from Josie Maran. I have Be Joyful, which is vanilla apricot, and Be Spirited, which is sweet citrus. I did not like the citrus scent. There was something about it that was just a little bit off-putting. I'm not really sure what it was, but it was definitely not my favorite type of scent, that is for sure. Then I went through a toothpaste, and I got this and I was like, quality control, people. Because this is how it was pressed, and it's supposed to be pressed so that you can actually read what it is and see the flavor at the same time. And this is Tom's of Maine. This is my favorite toothpaste. This is the cinnamon. I also use the cinnamon clove, but I have very sensitive gums and tongue, so most commercial toothpastes really make my mouth sore and will make it so that I can't even like use them after a few times. I can use them maybe once, but if I use them multiple times, then it gets really painful. And actually, I just got a Sensodyne from Buzz Agent, which I will link down below. They're pretty cool. They have they send you products and you talk about them to your friends. You can talk about them on social media. they're being a little too prescriptive for me right now, what they want you to say about each product. I did not like the Sensodyne because it made my tongue sore immediately, like just rough, and felt not really a burning sensation, but it hurt. So that is why I use all natural toothpaste, and I always use cinnamon because peppermint is one of the things that I have a reaction to. For hair, I finally went through this. This took me quite a bit of time, but I got through it. It is the Marrakesh Oil Argan and Hemp Oil Therapy in the original scent. It's fine. I wasn't the biggest fan of the scent. It was a little too Easterny because it was like that oriental, very light oriental scent to it, and that's just not really my thing. That's not something that I gravitate towards, so I didn't like that, and it was a little too thick for my hair because I do have very fine hair. I have a lot of hair, but it is very fine, so things can weigh it down really easily. Next in body care, this is the Taylor Swift Wonderstruck Enchanted, and it was a body wash and a body lotion, a body gel, and I really liked these actually. This smells better than the perfume, I think. So I was really pleasantly surprised on them. I liked how it was a good cleanser. It was an okay moisturizer as a lotion. Like, I never feel like any of the things that they put out are that great for skincare. Like, lotions are not that overly moisturizing. Going into face care, I used up a mask. Yay! Which is good because I have so many masks. This is the Mario Badescu Enzyme Revitalizing Mask. And actually, I would not buy this. I was not that big of a fan. I don't feel like it really did anything at all. So it was an okay mask. Like, it wasn't terrible. It didn't burn my skin or anything, which is always a good thing. But I didn't find that it was all that great. Next we have from Estee Lauder, this is a moisturizer. It is the Revitalizing Supreme Plus Global Anti-Aging Cell Power Cream. And I liked this. This was a very good moisturizer, and I would consider getting a full size of it. It's down there on my list of moisturizers though, but I think it was a good one. I went through my favorite moisturizer. It is done, but I have a backup, so that's okay. I'm trying to use up samples first though, so I've been missing this one a lot. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge. They have reformulated it. It's supposed to last longer. I didn't find a big difference between the two, but this is my favorite moisturizer because it is really, it's a light moisturizer, but it really does hydrate. It's not going to be heavy or greasy on your skin. Let's see. Mask Appeal. This is from Bliss. This is one of those ones, and you mix in water and you put it on your face, and it's supposed to look like all smooth and it's rubberized. I'm going to be posting a picture on Instagram of what it looked like, so I will link my Instagram's always linked down below. But go look at my Instagram. I will make sure that this picture goes up at the same time as this video so that you can see the epic fail that mask was. We have a couple serums here, 3 of them actually. The first is the Vitamin C Serum from Mario Badescu. I think this is a fairly decent, let's see, it's like, likes to reflect off the light. It's a fairly decent vitamin C. It's not overly, sorry, my chair is so squeaky. I need to remember WD-40, but I never remember till I'm filming. So I feel like it's fairly decent. It's not the best vitamin C, but I feel like for the price, it is comparable to ones that are much more expensive than it is. This is like my holy grail, one of my favorite products of all time. It is the Anti-Acne Serum from Mario Badescu. I go through about a bottle of this a month at least. I use it every morning, almost every night, depending on what serum I put. If I'm using Good Genes, I don't, because that's too much for my skin. But it is a really fantastic anti-acne thing. It's not really helping right at the moment, like, because there's obviously breakouts that I'm experiencing, but overall the health of my skin has improved greatly since I started using it. The next one is from Murad. This is the Retinol Youth Renewal Serum. I got this in the 21 Days of Beauty last year because it was half price, because this stuff is very expensive. I still think it was like $55 half price. It's an okay retinol. I don't think it is the best retinol there is. I've gotten some other ones. We have a local health med spa that is here, and they had a retinol that was in a dropper, and that one was really, like, that really penetrated, and I felt like it did much more than any other retinol that I've ever tried. But they stopped making it in that formula, and it's a cream formula now, and it's not as effective in my mind. All right. Drunk Elephant. Used up a couple of Drunk Elephant products. These are both okay. I didn't hate them. Like, I really didn't like the night ones that I tried, but these are the daytime ones, and I think they're fine. I don't know if they're really worth the money. This reminded me so much of the Peter Thomas Roth Camu Vitamin C Serum. It's basically the same consistency, the same smell, the same look. I wouldn't be surprised if they were like packaged the same place. And they're both expensive, so it doesn't really matter which one you get. This is the C Firma Day Treatment or J Serum. So I think it was fine. I don't know if it was the best vitamin C. I feel like the Mario Badescu was just as effective and like half the price. And then the B Hydra Intensive Hydration Gel. I also liked this, but again, I feel like it's comparable to the Moisture Surge. I think this is a little bit more moisturizing, so I actually like the Moisture Surge better. Then we have a couple, well, this is a moisturizer. This is the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty. I am not a big fan of this. I know that I have combo skin, so that could be part of it, but I just felt like it didn't sink in enough. Like, I felt like it just kind of left a layer over my skin, and if I have a moisturizer, I want it to really soak in and moisturize from the inside out instead of the outside in, if that makes sense. This is from Soap and Glory. It is the Face Soap and Clarity Vitamin C Facial Wash, and it had little microbeads in it. So I'm not a big fan of that in a cleanser. Like, I want either a scrub or I want a cleanser. I don't want them mixed together usually. So that part of it I didn't like. It does smell nice. It has a citrusy scent to it. So if you don't like scent, that would be a problem. I really liked this next one. It is the Eradicate Daily Foaming Cleanser by Kate Somerville. And it is a sulfur mask, or sulfur treatment, so it does smell. So I will warn you with that. It does smell, but I felt like it was effective, and it actually helped with my skin clarifying. So I did like that aspect of it. This took me a very long time to get through, but I finally got through this. This is the Aquaphor Advanced Therapy Healing Ointment. Just a mini one. This is 0.35 ounces. It came as a 2-pack. I used this at night as a lip treatment. So, and also, like, if I have cracks in my hands, I'll put it on. I have a big jar of it too, but this one I like for traveling and just general life, because you don't always want to have a giant tub of it that's like this big. Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This took me, I swear, like a year to get through, and this is the sample size. They don't even make, like, they've redesigned the packaging since then, I'm pretty sure. But it's the Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer. This is like my favorite eyeshadow primer so far. I did just try the Urban Decay one, and I think that's pretty good, but I don't know if I think it is better necessarily. So we'll see. I think I have some other ones that I need to try out. So I'm experimenting. I'm seeing what's out there, but I might go back to that. Then I used up, it doesn't look like I used it up, but I couldn't get any more out of it. It is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation. It was okay. It was not my favorite. I think if I had tried this before I had tried the Peach Foundation from Too Faced, I would have really liked it. But since I tried it afterwards, I felt like it was just okay. Not the best coverage. I wanted more from it. I used up from Ultra Beauty, this is the Mineral Setting Powder, and I think this is a decent setting powder. They are in shades, I believe. Maybe not, maybe it's a translucent. It doesn't say a shade on it. I did use this up. I don't know. It's not as good as Laura Mercier by any means, but I liked it better than I think the Cover FX one. So I recommend that for $12 over like $50 for Laura Mercier or however expensive it is, because it is expensive. Mascaras. I went through some mascaras. First, we're going to talk about this one. This is their Real by Benefit, which used to be my holy grail favorite mascara. Loved it to pieces. That's what the wand looks like. It's one of those spiky, crazy wands. I started reusing it because I've been cycling through testing out all these mascaras, and it was flaking. And this is a new tube because I was going to put this in a giveaway. And then I forgot to put on mascara one day, so I was in my office and I was like, oh, okay, mascara, I had some. And it's my favorite. No, I don't like this anymore. It was flaking. It left big dark circles under my eyes, and I think I figured out why. I used to take my shadow insurance and I would put it on my lid, and then I would pat it under my eye to help set it so that I wouldn't get mascara fallout. And I really feel like if I have to do that, is it really a good mascara? So I have several of these that I had put aside for myself that I got in various kits and boxes and stuff. So I think I'm going to actually pass them all on because I'm just really frustrated with it right now, and I think I found some other ones that I like better. So that was very disappointing. I didn't wear it too many times. I mean, it's obvious, it's probably still good, but I'm just kind of done with it. This is another one, same problem. It flaked. It didn't flake as much as that one. But this wand, I hate the wand on it. There's short bristles, it's curved, it's really just awkward trying to get mascara on. And for how the mascara performs, I don't feel like it's worth the effort. This is the Elizabeth Arden Grand Entrance Mascara. So that is what that one is. This one came in a holiday set. Finally, well, for mascaras, I have one more item after this. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. You can see that I did a pretty good job of using it because I've even kind of worn off the name on it. This is one of my favorite mascaras now. It has a nice fluffy brush, not overly fluffy, but I know I used it for over 3 months, and I was like, I need to start a new one because it's making me a little nervous. So I really like that. Have a couple other ones that were, so my mascaras, I have the ones to try. I have one of each to try in a drawer. And then I have like a makeup bag of all the ones that I like, that I have extras of. So they're in a makeup bag together. And then I have like a cup of ones that I'm like, these are duplicates. I have more than one of these that are in my test pile. So those need to move into my bag that I like, and their Real need to move out. This is the last thing. It is something that I got in Glossy Box. It is the Emma Hardy Moringa. Maybe it's Moringa Cleansing Balm. I was so sad when this ended, and this lasted a good long while. Like, this lasted 3 weeks, I want to say, and it's not a very big sample. Like, this is my Clinique Moisture Surge. Pretty good. This is 0.5 ounces. Oh, this is not the last one I just lied. I really like this. I would totally buy this again. I think this is the best cleansing balm I've tried, because a lot of them leave like a film on my face, I feel like, or they leave my face kind of greasy, and I don't want that. If I want to just do a cleansing balm and then rinse my face off, I want to be able to dry my skin and not have to worry about like putting something gross on my towel. And this left it like that, so that I felt like I could do the cleansing balm and then go back later on and do the rest of my skincare routine later on. Things I forgot to mention because I took them out of the bag so that it would be easier to get through the bag. They are 3 of the Peter Thomas Roth Acne Clear Invisible Dots. These are my favorite that I've tried of the acne dots that have come out in the past couple years. I'm kind of disappointed because like this one, I know I talked about it in a video earlier, it has been bugging me for weeks, and it really needs to go away because it is not welcome. Like, I'm so over it, and it like swells up and comes down and swells down, goes up and down all the time, and it's driving me nuts. I put one of these on every night, or my Mario Badescu, it's like Eradicate the treatment. Nothing has helped it. Sometimes when I put a mask, it will help it, so I think I might just try to do some of my masks overnight on it. Then the last thing is from Tony Moly. I need to go through I have an entire drawer of sheet masks. Granted, it's a small drawer because it's like a nightstand drawer, but that's still a lot of sheet masks. So I need to start going through these more often. It is the I'm Real Red Wine Mask Sheet for pore care. Really like this. I like the scent of it. I like how the moisture, like, it's moisturizing, but I also feel like it helps my skin. And then I like that there's extra, so when I pull it out, I kind of squeeze it a little bit because otherwise it drips everywhere. And then I leave the serum in the packet, put it in a Ziploc bag. Then over the next couple days, I use it as a serum on my face and chest. So I use every single bit of that sheet mask, because these are pretty expensive. Like, sheet masks, when you think about it, for one use, that ends up being pretty expensive because some of them are $9. This one I got at TJ Maxx for $1.50 though, so that's awesome. Let me know if you made it all the way through this, because this was longer. I've been trying to do shorter videos lately, but I utterly failed at this one. Empties are usually long though. What are your thoughts on these products? Do you like some of these products? Do you want to try some of these now that I've talked about them, or did I steer you away from some of them? Let me know down below if there's something that you think I'd be interested in based on what I've gone through. Let me know as well. I hope you are having a fantastic day. If you have not subscribed already, please do. I would appreciate it so very much, and I would love to have you on this YouTube journey with me, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.